Okay, the first thing you need to do when you're trying to make a syllabus for your, an online syllabus for your class, you need two things, Google Drive and a digital version of your syllabus. So if you have Google Drive, or if you don't, you might need to create a Gmail account so you'll have access to it. You start by going to New, and it might be one of the options here, but if not, just click on More and try to find where it says Google Forms. So we'll click here. And you typically use Google Forms as kind of a questionnaire of some sort, but we're going to do this a little bit differently. So and we'll work a little bit backwards here. So if I go to my syllabus, and we get to the part down here at the bottom where we would typically ask parents to cut this in, a third of the paper and bring it back in with their kid, as if that's going to happen. We'll do this instead. So we'll cut and paste this into our Google form here in the first question. If yours is like mine, you might have to change a little bit of it so that it doesn't say sign. We'll say click the box below. Change this from multiple choice to checkboxes. You're only going to have one option. What do we want to say here? With my student. Still can't spell with. And am aware of its contents. And let's make this a required question. Now we're going to add a few more items. What Google Forms is going to do is generate kind of an Excel spreadsheet of different people who have signed your syllabus, so you want to keep that organized. So let's say we'll organize it by our students' names. Student last name, change it from multiple choice to text. Also make this a required question so they can't, submit without doing this. Oops. Student last name. Add another item. Student first name. Text. Required item. And since we're going to organize it by student last name or student first name, we don't need to get the last name and first name for parents. So parent full name. Also text. Also required. Add another item. Parent phone number. Oops. Text required question. And then one more item. Parent email. Text. And required question. So now everything that we would ask for contact information and what would have been a signature for the parent saying that they read it is there. Up here we can put your syllabus title. Sorry, your syllabus title. I am not good for typing today. Alright, under here you can barely see it, but it says enter description. So typically this will be where you might show a description of what this survey or questionnaire is about, but for us, this is actually where we're going to put our syllabus. So if you come over here to your syllabus, or wherever you have your syllabus, and everything maybe below the title, all the pertinent information, we're just going to cut and paste that to our Google Doc. Paste that there. Now you might need to clean this up a bit because it will look a little bit jumbled coming from Word and going to what I'm assuming is a form of HTML to make this. So where you see you might need to skip a line, skip a line. Alright, that's the hardest part of our syllabus. Another thing you need to do is up here where it says change theme. You get the opportunity to kind of decorate here. So depending on what you want your form to look like, this is the basic. Maybe you want a beach. If you're a cat fan, bars. You have some choices here. Not a lot, but whatever you want. So let's say I just don't want to do that. Let's say I'm in a science class and I want to use this. It might be perfect. And if I want to see what it looks like live, I can click View Live Form here, and this is what students will see when they come to it. And this is the contact information there. You actually need to delete this. So if I go back to my form, I'm basically done. So when students or parents enter information there, what they're going to see, or what you're going to use, is another attachment that's going to be in your drive, which is your responses here. So everything will come in the date that they send it, checking that they read it, the last name of the student so you get organized, first name of the student so you get organized, the first full name, or excuse me, full name of the parent, phone number, and email. Everything you need right here. So if you're in your Google Drive, you will see this, your syllabus title, which is actually your syllabus, and your syllabus responses. So for mine, what I did for African Studies, well, better yet, Sociology, from our course team, this was our, let's see what it looks like. This was our syllabus. And our parents' contact information, well, I'd show you, but it's privacy and all that good stuff, was on our responses page, just the same way yours will be. So if you have any questions, let me know. It's pretty straightforward. I hope I was, not stuttering too much, make too many typo errors. But again, let me know if you have questions. I will be able to walk you through this in person if you need me to. See you guys. Bye.